What's up, my giant? What's up, young soldier? Top of the hour. Yeah. I gotta tell y'all, I gotta tell y'all about one of my all-time favorite movies. Yeah. And it's the movie of 300. So-called talking about the 300 Spartans. Yeah. And I don't know for you, Thug, but for any entertainment to grab me, there gotta be a little truth in the vicinity. Yeah, I'm into like epics, stuff with historical content. Yeah, and patriotical shit extremely makes my nature rise. Yeah. So I was reading the oldest manuscript known to man. Yeah. And I noticed something, my giant. Yeah. I noticed the character Leonidas in the movie 300. Yeah. He seemed eerie similar to the sword of Gideon and the 300 men of the Holy Writ. Yeah, written in our records. Yeah. See, Gideon, he was a man of valor. Yeah, very in outwardly appearance. He was a very powerful looking man. Yeah, because I'ma tell you, before the entertainment industry, our women, they desire to propagate, yeah, and build legacies with the biggest and the strongest. Yeah. But the entertainment industry, you know, the magic mirror made men of lower or smaller stature more desirable. Yeah. Yeah, that Black Mirror, man, it changed it up. But anyway, so Gideon was a man of valor, very powerful man. Yeah, but he was least of his father's house. Yeah, sort of like us. Yeah, sort of like us, my giant. A trench baby. You know what I mean? You, when it comes to pop culture or society norms, we consider the low, yeah, least of our father's house. Yeah. And during his time, Israel decided to start bowing their neck to the deity known as Baal. Yeah. They built shrines and groves where they sacrifice and rain dance for great harvest and great prosperity. Yeah. Yeah, they picked this up from the surrounding nations. Yeah, my giant. Just pissing on the floor of the God, the one true God of their nation. Yeah, the God of the circumcised. Yeah, just disrespecting everything that he stood for. Yeah, kind of like you, Giant. Kind of how them females these days be doing y'all. Yeah, after you, Giant, after you save her, after you put her up, build a hedge around her and the kids, whether they be biologically yours or not. Yeah, Giant, she still had the audacity to wanna do the gorilla. Yeah, let, let Ursula put strawberries in her mouth. Yeah, Giant. Yeah. Let a P. Diddy do a freak off with her. Right, thug. That's what y'all got going on right now, man. But I ain't tripping though, fam, cause you know that truly prophecies. That prophecy, and the prophets could not lie. But yeah, dog, but it's really a pattern. It's the things below as above. Right. You know what I mean? The brothers don't understand. You know, it ain't meant to throw you, it meant to show you. You know, how you handle business in the material world is showing evidence on how things supposed to be or how things are in the spiritual realm. Yeah. But yeah, after you do all this for, die every day for, she still expect your protection. She still expect your provision. She still, but on the other hand, she thinks she equal. Yeah, she thinks she liberated. Yeah, and that ain't nothing but a pattern. Because that's what we had done as a nation. Yeah, after us still represented in this earth plane, even under the curse, still being preserved by a high power, we still expect that we supposed to be able to do what we want to do. Yeah, we still don't feel like we got to do the will of the power responsible for our being. Yeah, I digress. Yeah, man, but going back to Gideon, cause this what this post about. Yeah, Gideon. One day he was visited by an angel of the Lord. Yeah, was resting under an oak tree. Yeah, giant. You know, if you have knowledge of the esoteric, yeah, the secret things of this world, then you know what the oak tree can be from a spiritual standpoint. Yeah, whether it be on the left-hand side or the right. Yeah, if you have an opportunity to cross paths with a druid, a wizard, a warlock, he can give you a deeper understanding of the oak tree. Yeah, but I ain't been going to all that. So while Gideon was under the oak tree, the angel told him, I got a job for you. Yeah, giant. Yeah, the angel of the Lord told him, I want you to tear down that shrine, that image that they have in the middle of the grove. Yeah, real manhood shit. Yeah, he said, I don't care what they got to say about it. Don't you worry about it. I will be with you. Yeah. So when the people rose up, the people of Manasseh, they noticed that they image, they shrine, they grove was desecrated, and they wanted to kill Gideon for it. Yeah, giant. And Gideon's father was like, if Baal had power reserved for y'all how you think he does, then let Baal defend itself. Yeah, but this is your brethren, and you ready to kill him over a God that is strange, that over a God that was not the God of your forefathers. Yeah. So Gideon ended up fleeing to the wilderness. He ended up bouncing. But get what, dog? For every action, there's a reaction. Yeah. So in time, the Most High sent the Midianites to be an adversary to Manasseh. Yeah. And they came and put them in a chokehold. Yeah, giant. They couldn't deal with the Midianites. And they was accompanied by the children of the East. Yeah. So, see, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't the one to lie to you, we below. There are different powers that govern different nations. Yeah, I won't deny them. But you just so happen to be the offspring of the highest power. Yeah, it's no benefit to you, nephew, to burn incense to a Papa leg bar. Yeah, giant, if your forehead ain't pronounced or the whites of your eyes ain't brown, then you ain't no more West African than Johnny Utah, my dog. Yeah. You ain't no more West African than a white boy born in the Tennessee hills. Yeah, dog. But Manasseh, yeah, they end up crying for Gideon because they knew he was a man of presence when it came to physicality. Yeah, they remember he was a man of the law. Yeah, giant. So when Gideon heard about this, he was visited by an angel again. Yeah. And he was asking the angel, should he go help his people? Yeah, giant. And he went through a couple of show and prove, to build his confidence, because the Midianites and the nations that made an agreement to conquer Manasseh, they was over 120,000 men. Yeah. So he had to get proof beyond the physical realm for him to have the confidence and the esteem to take on this mission. Yeah, giant. And so he gathered 10,000 men. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, Manasseh was still bone of his bone and flesh of his flesh. Yeah, giant. So it was something in him that made him still want to save his people, no matter the odds. Yeah. So we had these 10,000 men, and the angel of the Lord came to him and said, "That's too many soldiers, Gideon. Yeah, we here to make a point to show the difference between carnal power versus the power of the Almighty." Yeah, giant. So Gideon said to the soldiers, "Is there any amongst you that is scared or anxious about this war? You can leave now." Yeah. We don't need no tender dicks with us on this affair. Yeah. So 9,000. 9,000 went home and back to the comfort of their women and their children. Yeah, my dog. Yeah, 9,000 tensed up in the car on the way on a drill. Yeah, like Trey sitting in the car. It boys in the hood. Yeah, they just shot your best partner in your face, and you still tense up and be like, "Yo, no, let me out. Let me out, dog." Yeah, man. Some of y'all nephews, y'all might be too young for that movie. Yeah. But yeah, back to the script. So it was 1,000 men left, right? But it was still too many. Yeah, in the opinion of the Lord, it was still too many. So the angel told Gideon to take them down to a river. Yeah, in the heat of the day to have a cool drink. Yeah. And he told Gideon to pay attention to him. And those who lapped up the water out of their hand were 300. Yeah. And then there was those who got on their knees to drink. That was 700. Yeah, got on their knees like a dog in a submissive position. Yeah, giant. See, I ain't getting on my knees for no purpose, giant. Yeah, not facing death. Not for a woman asking her in her hand of marriage. And definitely not for altar call at y'all high places. Yeah. Yeah. And of course, y'all, some of y'all that don't know what a high place is, yeah, your churches. No, you can't call me the altar call to get on my knees. Yeah. See, a lot of y'all don't know. Them same high places is what they call the mounds here in Americas. Yeah. And we like, the woke and the black power and Joe will be talking about indigenous this and all that. They like to celebrate the mound builders. Yeah. So 700 of the men that got on their knees, to drink the water like an animal, he sent them on their way. And he went to war with the 300. Yeah. And those 300 slaughtered the kings of Midian and the children of the east. Yeah. Over 120 men came to naught. 300 men. And Gideon slaughtered 120,000 men. Yeah. And when it was all said and done, they tried to make Gideon the king of Manasseh. Yeah. And being a man of the Most High, of course, he rejected it. Because as a man of God, he told him, God is your king, nephew. Yeah. God is your guide, nephew. Yeah. You ain't supposed to sit under the authority of no natural man. Yeah. So instead, Gideon went back to his hometown of Ophir and had many wives and concubines and 72 children in all. Yeah, imagine that. A man of the Most High with many wives. Yeah. So my dog, I just wanted to give you a detailed historical account from true history instead of revisionist history. Yeah, dog. See, a lot of these movies and a lot of these stories that's written in these educational or scholastic books, they try to give it to you like it's nonfiction. And while I agree on one hand, because to me, the truth is either proven or what it said is an adversary to the truth. So I entertain it all because the truth is still the foundation of anything that a man creates. And whether it be contaminated or whether it support what really happened, the foundation is still the truth. And I try to put it together, giant. Yeah. So I don't want to get too long with it, my giant. It just tickled me when I was reading the Holy Writ that it's an historical account from the original text of a man, a leader who conquered with 300 men. Yeah. Love and peace to the giants. Holla at you next time.